let's look at another model that has had a major influence on higher education, Kolb's learning cycle. David Kolb developed it in 1984, and although the model is very simple, it is still widely used when designing courses for adult learners. The idea is straightforward. Learning doesn't begin with theory. It begins with experience. According to Kolb, effective learning follows 4 stages. The first stage is concrete experience. Students do something before they receive the explanation. It could be a simulation, a short experiment, an unexpected case study, or a practical task. The goal is simple: create curiosity. When students realize they don't know yet all the answers, they naturally become interested in finding them. The second stage is reflective observation. Now it's time to stop for a moment and think. What happened? Why did it happen? What worked well? What was difficult? This reflection can be done individually, in pairs, or through a class discussion. The important thing is that students begin to make sense of their own experience. Only then do we move to the third stage, abstract conceptualization. This is the perfect moment for theory. Students are now ready to understand models, concepts and definitions because they already have a problem they want to explain. Instead of starting with theory, we use theory to answer questions that have naturally emerged. The final stage is active experimentation. Students apply what they have learned in a new situation. They solve another problem, analyze a different case, or work on a project. This is where knowledge becomes transferable and much more likely to stay with them. Although we often call it a learning cycle, Kolb pointed out that learning is not really a closed circle. Every new experience builds on the previous one. A better image is an upward spiral where each cycle takes us a little farther. Kolb also developed the learning style inventory. He suggested that people often prefer certain parts of the learning process more than others. Today, however, many researchers question the idea of fixed learning styles. Evidence suggests that students learn best not by staying within one preferred style, but by experiencing all 4 stages of the cycle. This is an important distinction. We can use Kolb's model to design engaging learning activities, but we should avoid using it to label students. In reality, learning is influenced by many factors, including emotions, culture, and previous experiences. For us as university teachers, Kolb's model remains a very practical framework. It reminds us to combine experience, reflective theory, and practice instead of relying on lectures alone, because learning is most effective when students don't just hear new ideas, they experience them.